Hi, you're on Rescue TV. I'm super excited to be sitting with Natalie Imbruglia, one of my own girl crushes. And you know what? When I saw you earlier this morning, I turned around to Vanessa and I said, oh my God, she's so gorgeous.
Really?
Yes, you transcend even the beauty that, you think you know how pretty you are, and then you see you and it's like, oh my God.
You can stay all day.
Welcome back home.
Thank you.
Like, does a day today being on Sydney Harbour make you feel a little homesick and make you think about moving back?
I've been blessed this year. I've been home 3 times already.
You have, yeah.
So yeah.
But can we lure you back? Like, does a day like today kind of pull at your heartstrings a little bit?
Well, not full time, but I think doing the skincare line with Iluka and also working with Kayla's, I'm here a lot now, so I think I'll have a lot more travel back home, which is good. So I'm a gypsy. I like to keep moving.
You do like to travel? That's great. And you've created a capsule collection. It's 10 products in the Iluka range. And I'm really curious as to how you went about this, the perfect edit. You got to do what girls dream of, have your own skincare line. So what is everything in the range what you personally use and love, or were you thinking a bit more strategic marketing hat on when you developed the line?
Obviously, they talk to me about things that work, things that don't work, but me being a bit of a control freak, I just wanted to make sure. I was a bit selfish with it, actually. I was like, what do I want from a product? And I think if you start from that place, it's got authenticity, and I know my skin. I have problem skin, and I figure if I can make something that works on my skin, it's going to work on everyone, because I have really difficult skin, which a lot of people don't believe.
I don't believe it, because I'm sitting here looking at your skin and it's absolutely flawless, but really untouched flawless, like, so natural. Do you do anything other than just use good skincare on your skin? Like, do you have
I do have to do facials sometimes because of the acne. I get like rosacea acne, so it makes your pores enlarged here and you get redness. And so when the pimples come up, they're like big boils. So my skincare regime is actually really important, that it doesn't have any harmfuls in it, or if it's too rich, it'll be too oily for my skin. So I do have to be really careful with it. And that's what I love about this product line, because I want it to have a really good cleanser, something that doesn't strip away, because if it's too harsh, if the cleanser's too harsh, it stimulates the oil glands again.
Right, because you've already had that experience, so you know not to do what you think is going to be right, which is use like a really harsh cleanser.
So I wouldn't normally use a cream cleanser, but what I've discovered with this is that the cream cleanser is amazing to take my makeup off. You can literally rub your eyes in the shower to get your mascara off with the cream cleanser, and it doesn't sting.
And I love the ingredients that you used in it, and you went for very Australian ingredients, I noticed. Who did you work with to really get that balance right between a really beautiful feeling formula and also product that actually delivers a result? Because that's hard.
Well, we just talked through Australian ingredients, and I work with biochemists, and they tell me Australian ingredients that I can use and what they do, and that was the starting point. The Kakadu plum, which I hadn't heard about before. I didn't realise it had the highest vitamin C in a natural thing. So that was really important. I didn't know Australia had its own Manuka honey.
Oh, I didn't know that either.
Isn't that amazing?
I'm glad that it's ours.
It's from Tasmania.
Great.
So I'm really excited about that. So we source it from there. And a lot of the products are just aloe vera, things for hydration, and just not using any harsh chemicals or parabens, not testing on animals. All those things are important to me. And the essential oil blend as well has got eucalyptus peppermint gum, so that's another thing.
Really cleansing.
Yeah, and lemon myrtle. So the fragrance is very citrusy and fresh.
I was just saying before that I absolutely adore your primer, and I thought that was interesting that in addition to skincare you had one kind of precursor to makeup. Is that where you're heading after this? After skincare, will you be taking us down that makeup route?
I haven't even thought about that yet, because I'm having so much fun with this. We've already got 3 or 4 new products to add to this line. So we're not thinking makeup just yet. I want to see how this goes. But the Pearl Primer is great because you can use it all over. And if that's too much for you, you can just use it on your cheeks and on your eyes as an illuminator. And I didn't know until I started developing the product line, but crushed pearls is actually good for problem skin as well.
Well, you are in the pearl business. You are the face of Kayla's Pearls as well, so it's very fitting that you should have pearls in your
my
skincare
products.
range. We've been, I feel like we've watched you, and you've been kind of in the collective consciousness of what a beautiful woman is for a really long time. As a woman, has that been a burden or a blessing to kind of grow up and and be, you know, saddled with that enormous responsibility of being one of the most beautiful people in the world.
Well, I don't know if I agree with that one, but I definitely think it was something when I was younger that people would always say I only got the breaks for my work because of that. And it used to bother me when I was younger. But they don't really say it to me anymore. Maybe I've earned my stripes just sticking at it and, you know, still being around so many years later. But I think it would be really sad to think that being blessed with good genes because of my parents is a bad thing, and I just don't apologize for it, and I never will, and I'm just grateful.
I think that's really interesting because there seems to be this movement of kind of distancing yourself from, you know, your natural blessings, and being beautiful is a natural blessing, and you've totally earned your stripes, exactly as you said. You know, you're an actress, you're a producer, you're an amazing singer, you're now creating a skincare line. So those are all elements of creativity and business mindedness to stay in the industry for so long. So is there anything you would tell your younger self, you know, Natalie, who was on Neighbours? What would you say?
I'd probably just say have more fun, don't take yourself so seriously. You know, I think when I was younger, I felt like I had to prove myself so much, and now I'm like, take it or leave it. This is me. It's quite liberating. Aging's quite liberating.
Is there any particular aspect of aging that you really feel like one day you woke up and you made peace with, whether it be your body or your looks or your energy levels?
I think in general, your 30s, especially mid-30s, I've just had the time of my life. I don't know, I think there's peace that comes with wisdom, and there's a lot that you let go of, and you're less insecure, and maybe you just don't have the energy to care as much, but you enjoy life more. And I mean, the only thing I'm worried about turning 40 is that I've had such a great time in my 30s. I want it to continue, and I hope nothing changes.
It gets better.
But, well, that's what I hear. So bring it on.
Now, you grew up with quite a fraternity of incredibly successful Australian actors. Are you still friends with anyone? I heard you talking before about going to Kylie's concert. Are you still friends? Do you see each other in London?
I love Kylie. She is a friend. I'm very supportive of her, and she's very supportive of me. And I grew up watching her on TV. I was her biggest fan, and it's wonderful to call her my friend now. And she's just a really shining example of how to conduct yourself in an industry like this. So yeah, I
and in
adore
London,
her.
is there like an Aussie fraternity, or are you really kind of you're
not
beyond
really,
that?
I've never really been a part of that. Not for any reason other than I move around a lot, so I'm never in one place long enough to join a gang. But you know, there's a lot of Aussies that I would catch up with when I'm in LA. So yeah, but never. I've never been in a gang in general.
I feel like with your level, and I hope you don't think that this is kind of invasive, but you're too pretty just to get it from Good Skincare. Do you have like I mean, really, you know, do you have like a well-being regime? You know, do you take good care of yourself?
Honestly, not as good care as I should.
Really?
Listen, I enjoy myself. I have a drink. I like to stay up late sometimes. But samely, I'll go on yoga retreats. I'm quite extreme.
Okay.
I like to exercise. So I'll go through phases where I'm really strict and I take care of myself. I do think that overall detoxing your body and getting back to square one and starting again is really good. Mm-hmm. And then I'm like, I've earned a pasta now. But when you're Italian, I mean, you eat. And I can still hear my nonna saying, "You're gonna fade away, mancha manchari." She used to tell me all the time, you know, eat more.
And if you're being really good, what's your regime look like when you're being like really focused on health and well-being?
I learnt not to diet because I just couldn't stick to it, and that just becomes exhausting. So it's lifestyle choices. So make sure you exercise at least 3 times a week. If you do that, you don't have to worry.
And what do you do for exercise? You said yoga?
I've actually been training with James Dugan and his trainers at the Bulgari Spa. And it's great because it's not as hard on your body as other things I've done in the past, so I don't get injured. And I do run around Kensington Gardens. So the combination of his training with some extra cardio.
That would be Natalie Imbruglia running around Kensington Gardens.
Nobody notices me when I'm in my gym gear, trust me. So I do that, and I eat really clean. Like, for the most part, my diet is protein and lots of green. So the way I look at it is how much green have I had today, and if you gauge it, it's kind of a color chart thing more for me.
That's a good chart.
Protein and green.
It's easy.
Yeah, you can train yourself to kind of enjoy foods that are good for your body.
Have you developed an ability to just say no to things and to carve out time for yourself where you can rest and regenerate even when you're on a tour and doing publicity?
Well, for the most part, you schedule that in to make sure that I know now what I can do and what I'm capable of and what my body, when I need to rest. So for the most part, you schedule it in, and then sometimes you just have to suck it up and do it. You know, if there's a limited time and something like the next 2 days, I'm so passionate about this project that I don't need a break.
Do you have a favorite product in the line?
It's a tough question. If I had to choose,
have to pick your favorite child.
I would probably do the Luxe Night Cream as my favorite.
Why did you do a Luxe Night Cream?
Well, you need something that's really restorative, really hydrating, that's kind of for cell regeneration. I think that's really important. But it's light enough that I can use it in the day as well, which is saying a lot because I do have problem skin. So I can use it at night, and I could also use it under my makeup. So, yeah.
Well, we're very excited to try the whole range. As I said, I've only tried 2 products from the range, and it's wonderful because you were one of the beautiful famous women of the L'Oreal ads, and now you've gone on to do your own range. So we can't wait to see the success that you have here as well, and your new album is coming out as well. So we can't wait to hear
covers
that.
album, yeah, starting next
That's
year.
exciting. You're doing covers of men's songs,
male
right?
artists, yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Anything
Interesting.
Is there a favourite song from that coming out?
I'm not allowed to say yet because it's too soon, and then nobody will want to talk to me when I come back. So I have to save some secrets.
It was a pleasure to meet you. Really
Thank you.
a pleasure.
Lovely to meet you too.
Thank you.
Thanks.